Boys, today's a beautiful day. As we now have another receiving threat on our team. We got Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Yoshi, Jermaine Burton. Oh my baby. We are cooking. So, we signed Noah Fant to a 1-year contract. It says expected to sign, but the reports now are that we signed him to a 1-year deal. And we have ourselves probably the most explosive offense known to man. Now, of course, we still have to work on the defense. Obviously, the safety group, I would love to sign a veteran safety. I would love now to sign Dalton Risner because he just recently cleared and he passed his physical. So I would love to sign him. I mean, can you imagine having a pretty solid right guard? Dylan Fairchild just only going to get better. Our line would be a lot better. Let's just go do it. Why not? Let's protect Joe Burrow. Sign Trey Hendrickson, obviously. Honestly, this is the path moving forward, okay? You sign Trey Hendrickson. Now you sign Noah Fant. You sign Dalton Risner. Then you double back. You sign a strong safety as a rotation piece, veteran strong safety. And then you're looking at yourself like you're the best team in the league. And you go win a Super Bowl, and you get a ring, and we now could say we have a ring, and I think everything works out. That sounds right for me. No, on the real note, though, we now have 2 vertical threat tight ends. Then Tanner Hudson, I'm not sure if he's going to make the roster in the end now, because I think what we're going to probably do is 2 vertical threat tight ends, and then have Drew Sample as our blocking fullback / tight end. There's a possibility we just move Drew Sample to fullback and we just keep Tanner Hudson and we just have 3 vertical threat tight ends, which I guess could also work at the same time. I mean, we'll just have 7 receivers out there at all times. This is just a beautiful signing. There's not many times this late in the year, especially going into training camp, that you look at a signing and you say, this is such a W signing and this is such a legendary signing. This is the legendary signing. I shout out to the front office for getting this done and worked out. I really thought we were not going to get him. He left us, and then he went to, I think, the Saints, and there was talks about him potentially visiting the Dolphins. So I was like, I guess that's kind of just how the cookie crumbles, Not the case. So, shout out to our boy Noah Fant. Shout out to the 17 receivers Joe Burrow has now. Listen, if Joe doesn't win MVP, the system's rigged. If Joe doesn't put up 6,000 yards, the system is rigged. There's no reason not to be able to put up 40 points a game. Oh, this is so gorgeous. The only thing is the offensive line. That's the only thing that you look back and you say, what's the last thing that we should just absolutely go all out for? And it's the offensive line. Honestly, think about this, right? The Rams went all out and won a Super Bowl, right? They went out all out. They beat us in the Super Bowl. What if we just did the same thing, Throw a first-round pick out there. Go get Quentin Nelson. Is he worth a first-round pick? Maybe not. Maybe a second-round pick, whatever. Go get Quentin Nelson, right? Go get a solid right guard. And even then, you could even get a left guard and just have Dylan Fairchild as, behind and learn and grow, right? Go out there and spend another first-round pick or second-round pick and go get another star guard. Make the best offensive line possible. And just hope and pray that the defense figures something out on the opposite end. Because at that point... At that point, we might be making a monster, but the monster is the defense might not be the key to it. I don't know, but the thing about defense is there isn't really one position that I would say there's not one player that's going to make our defense 1,000 times better if it doesn't work out this year. I think it will. I believe it will. I have a lot of confidence in our defense, but there's not one player that would make it work 1,000 times better, right? And I'm excluding Trey Hendrickson because obviously we're going to sign Trey. But once we sign Trey, there is not one player outside of our roster right now that would make our defense 1,000 times better. Micah Parsons would be great, but would that make it 1,000 times better? Might give us an extra like 6 or 7 sacks potentially, maybe up to 10 sacks. I don't know if it would make it 1,000 times better. You know, there's not like one singular player. Jesse Bates would make our defense a lot better. But then, like, okay, how about this? Would Jesse Bates improve our pass rush? No. Would Jesse Bates help us in the run stuffing game? To a degree, yes, but not as much, right? So with offense, you figure out that right guard position, and you're cooking with grease, man. You know, you're cooking. You're just steam piling. But again, like I said, then it also comes down to our defense. And do our defense have it in them to get it done? I don't know. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. It's a fantastic day. We got ourselves a tight end. Peace out.